Hello students, I hope you all will be fit and fine and doing well in your studies. So, welcome back in online classes. These online classes are arranged for your safety and security. That is our prime priority, and I hope you all will pay sincere attention to your classes. So, let us start today's session. So, today we are going to start chapter number 3, equality. In fact, this chapter is already we have done before your winter break. So let us revise it again so that you will be able to recall the topics. So equality, this equality concept, this is the main theme of our constitution. If you will able to recall the main themes of our constitution, that is liberty, equality and fraternity. This liberty topic already we have done in the previous term, and now we are going to do this equality. This liberty and equality, they are closely related to each other. We cannot imagine equality without liberty and liberty without equality. So these are a very close topic, close things which are attached to each other. So let us start the sessions. This equality means not only equal treatment. This equality is more than that. In simple words, if I would explain the meaning of equality, it means all have access to equal opportunity and treatment. But the in practice, when we will see, it is more than that. So what is that? Let us study. What are the features of equality? There are three main features of equality. One is absence of privileges. What is absence of privileges? Privileges means some kind of facility what we are getting in the society. So we should not be deprived of some facility on the basis of gender, caste, religion or any other parameter. Means all people will be treated equally in terms of privileges. On the basis of any caste or religion, you will not be given some special privileges. That is one feature of the equality. Second is adequate opportunity. Means all should be given equal opportunity to utilize their talent, to prove their talent. It is not ki only rich section of the society or a particular people or particular gender will have all the opportunity, they have all the resources. So all resources, all opportunity will be provided to all people without any discrimination. Third is minimum standard of provision of minimum standard of living. You know, all people need some basic facilities for their survival. So all people should have those minimum standard of living so that they can survive nicely. If you will look into the society, some people they are having all the luxury of the life, and on the other side some people are lacking in the basic facilities. So it should not be done. All people should at least provided with the minimum standard of living. You can see the public hospitals, schools and transport systems were uh, arranged or organized by the government so that all will have equal access to the basic minimum basic facilities. So these are the all, main three features of equality. Now come to the types of equality. And we have natural and social kind of. If you will see in the society, if we will go in the past of the society, we'll see in South Africa. If we will take the example from South Africa, where the black people were discriminated with the Britishers or the with white skinned people on the basis of their color. Means the white people were given more privileges. They have separate washrooms for their community. They have separate restaurant. Even in the compartment in the train, some are reserved for the white people only. You must remember this nationalism in India. Gandhiji fought against that apartheid system or the discrimination on the basis of color. It was not only South Africa. If you will see the example of USA, in USA also the black people, the African people or the Negro people, they are treated very badly. They are discriminated. Their economic conditions are very poor, and many are into jail. Means they are treated very discriminately on basis of their skin only. So it is not justified. If we will take the example of Indian society, here some Dalit peoples or the some particular caste or the female, they are treated unequally in the society, so that we can say that is socially inequality or society made inequality. The first topic, natural inequality. Natural equality means uh, God has made all people equal. In every religion, it is said that all people are equal, all are God's creature, and in our moral values also equality is mentioned. From our family or from our home, we learn the concept of equality. We share the things with our siblings and then cousins, then with neighbors. So this moral concept of equality is also there other than legal aspect. So this natural equality, although it is said that all creatures are made by God and some are born with different qualities and some are with different qualities. For example, some students, they are very physically, they are considered very good, like in sports activity they are doing excel. Some are good in mental work, they are doing good in intellectual works or in academics. So in some societies, so this people having this good academic, they are treated good in the society, and those who do manual works, they are not treated well. Now come to the social equality. Social equality, this is not the natural equality, this is made by the society, made by the people only. I told you the example of female. The female are considered as the weaker section of the society on the basis of their physical structure, but nowadays they have proved they are not lesser than their male counterpart. Now they are joining the combat defense services, they are excelling in every field. And earlier it was considered that the household work is for female only and the male are supposed to go outside and earn the money. But nowadays the females are doing well in both the world, inside the house and outside the house also. It is not fixed or stereotype now ki the cooking and washing is only for female. This is the basic need and everyone should know it. Now come to the dimensions. The next topic is dimensions. What are the dimensions of equality? So dimensions of equality are three: political equality, social equality, and economic equality. If you have studied the chapter right, you have seen these three topics there also: political equality, social equality, and this economic equality is same as the political right, social right, and economic right. So what are the political rights is same as the political equality. So in as per political equality, all are treated equally under law. Anyone can form the association or political parties, anyone can contest the elections, right to vote is there as per adult franchise. All this is political equality as well as a political right. Then social equality. Social equality means all will be treated equal in the society. No upper caste, no lower caste, no religion will be inferior to others. So that is, no gender is inferior to others. That is social equality. Third is economic equality. Economic equality is that all people in the society have equal opportunity to grow economically or to explore economically. Suppose one child is born in a poor family in which his or her no fault, but that child has equal opportunity to grow economically by getting education. If parents are not able to uh, educate their child, means they are not financially strong enough to send the child in the school, so it is responsibility of the government to arrange the education for all people, whether they are rich or poor. And after getting the education, they have equal opportunity for jobs and other economical activities. So that is economic equality. I hope that is enough for today, and you are supposed to read next few pages, that is 42 to 45. Um, in the next lecture we will discuss about socialism, Marxism. Marxism is related to Karl Marx. Then we have communism, liberalism, and then we have feminism. We all study these topics in the next lecture. Till then, bye bye, take care, keep reading.